G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United X-Men gameplay video for you, and I should also say Merry Christmas because hopefully if all things go according to plan, I'll get this video out just in time or a little bit before Christmas too, so hopefully you guys can enjoy this in the right festive time as well. Yeah, so this should be a bit of a fun game. It's a bit of different stuff going on here from the normal Marvel United and Marvel United X-Men stuff. Got a bunch of extra content from Etsy and BGG files and stuff like that as well. So we'll have a look at it all. So yeah, I had this idea of doing a playthrough with the Punisher, the Warzone Punisher. You guys might have noticed that I did a recent playthrough with the Lizard from I think a creator named Rick Nichols came up with that character and popped it up on BGG. So another one that I printed out around the same time was the Warzone Punisher by a user named Scud0. I think he's done a few designs as well. So this was the one that I sort of picked first and thought that'd be fun to use. And I think there's another design out there by another designer named Mike Barr. So if you like your Punisher, there's a few different options for you there, but this is the one we're going with today. So the Warzone Punisher. And I had an idea of using this one for a bit of a Christmas theme when I sort of first got it, because even it's a very long stretch here, but the Punisher kind of reminds me a bit of John McClane from Die Hard, and as a lot of people on the internet say, the Die Hard is a Christmas movie, so I thought this would be a fun sort of theme. But then what cemented it was that I just put an order through recently. Some of you may have sort of seen me saying that I wanted a Havoc, X-Factor Havoc model, and just recently MarvellousCustomPrint, I think it's called, their website on Etsy put out a design for Havoc in his cool sort of X-Factor costume there. So I thought I'd order that, and I ordered a bunch of other sort of models at the same time. So we've got, who's this? The Mandarin. A few different sort of versions there. Lots of great models, but here's one. You guys will probably like this. This is the Hulkbuster suit as well. So that's looking pretty cool. So yeah, they did a great job with that. And yeah, you can find them on Etsy if you're interested. But they also threw in this as a free thing. I think if you spent over 50 euros, I think it was. This, I think it was Volstagg is... one of the Warriors 3 from Thor. This was a model that they sort of had on their site as well, but they've converted it into Santa Claus. So I thought, oh, excellent. So when they threw this in, I thought, yep, I'll quickly get that painted up, and then we can add him to the game, because the premise for this one, sorry, this is a bit of a rambling start, we'll get into it soon, but the premise for this is that the Punisher is actually trying to hunt down Kingpin. And you're basically sort of running around as heroes trying to stop him from doing it in a, collateral damage sort of way. So you're trying to stop him from taking out the Kingpin and have him arrest Kingpin normally. So I thought instead of having him chase the Kingpin around, I thought we could have the Punisher chasing Santa around, because he's heard of reports of a jolly fellow in red going from house to house breaking in. So I thought he'd be on the Punisher's radar there. So yeah, we'll have Punisher chasing down Santa Claus, and I thought we'll have a few kids trying to stop him and save Kingpin there. So or Santa, I should say. So let's have a look at. Well, actually, let's start with Punisher. I guess we should do that. So let's put it all together. Okay, so I've just printed this out. I haven't pasted it down onto like a cardboard sheet, so I'm just using this as a bit of stability here. But you can see here, it says we're going to be playing with 3 characters today, so that's going to be 8 health points that he starts with. And when a hero is KO'd, the Punisher doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, increase the Vengeance track by 1. So he can KO you as normal, but instead of getting an extra BAM, he increases this Vengeance track, which is kind of what he's all about here, which is quite scary. When the Vengeance track reaches 10, that's here, any target damaged by Punisher's BAM is removed from the game, so the characters can be eliminated. If all heroes are removed, the heroes lose. So that's one of the losing conditions. Heroes may spend heroic actions or heroic icons to remove a crisis token from their location. So one of the other things he's going to be doing is dropping crisis tokens around the place, and as you'll see, that's also quite scary. But let's have a look at his basic BAM. So he deals damage to one hero, so he doesn't spread it out, you pick one hero in Punisher's location as indicated by the Vengeance track. Then remove all, and so you can see here, if he's at this spot here, that's going to be, I believe at 0 as well. He's going to deal 1 damage. And if he's in this range here, he's going to deal 2 damage, 3 damage, and that's where he just takes you straight out. So, yeah, then remove all thugs in that location and increase the vengeance track by the number of thugs removed that way. So he's going to go around like taking out the thugs before you can get there, I guess, sort of thing. Yeah, then remove all the thugs in that location and increase the vengeance track by the number of them removed that way. So you're sort of incentivized to want to get rid of the thugs because you don't want him going up by large amounts there, but he's also going to be taking them out pretty quick, so you got to get there before he does. Overflow. If any thugs can't be added to a location, increase the vengeance track by 1. But this is interesting. If any civilians can't be added to the location, decrease the vengeance track by 1, because he sort of he cools down when he sees a bunch of civilians. So that's interesting. You're not too worried about overflow there, I guess, if it's civilians, but I don't know how many civilians he's going to be putting down. But yeah, so that's an interesting one there. Hopefully we can get a few civilians to jump in his way and cool him down. So that's his basic rules there. Hopefully that made sense to you. So we're going to have a little counter that starts here and sort of keeps track of that. So we'll put that down. And like I said, I've got 8 health set up for him here. So we'll stick that on there. Hopefully we can get him vulnerable sooner rather than later. We'll stick this vengeance track on the 0 to start with. Now, the special rules on the back of Punisher's sheet here say, put Safe House, which is one of the threats, in Punisher's starting location. So put him over there. And then Kingpin, so in this case Santa, in the location opposite. So for our special Santa-themed mission, we're going to have Santa starting with the heroes here. So we have, this is Kingpin or Santa. Santa's going to start with 6 health. And then the BAM effect is, if Punisher is in this location, deal damage to Santa as indicated by the vengeance track, then move Santa to the next clockwise location without a threat. So as you sort of empty out the threats, he sort of travels around. If able. If Punisher is not in this location, so I think this happens anytime there's a BAM, even if he's not on this spot, I think this happens. If Punisher is not in this location, add thugs to the Kingpin's location and each adjacent location. This can trigger overflow. So you can see it's definitely going to be more likely to be doing the bad overflow than the good overflow, it looks like, because there's going to be lots of thugs going down. If Kingpin leaves play, or if Santa leaves play, the heroes lose. Now, with this as well, with the thugs, what I'm using, you might have noticed on the board here, I don't have the red ones. I'm going to use from Minis from Mars, another fantastic Etsy producer of content here. We've got these Doombots, and I thought, well, they got those little green capes and stuff. I thought these would be kind of cool as Santa's elves. So we're going to use these guys as the thugs. So he brings his elves with him around the place, and they're the ones that the Punisher is taking out. So we've got to rescue the elves and we've got to rescue Santa. So we'll pop Santa on his spot here. We'll pop him down with his 6 jolly health there. And you might have noticed I've put the danger room here because I thought as a Christmas theme, and I've never used the danger room before, so I thought this would be fun to try it out with the idea of giving gifts. Santa's giving out some gifts to us with these little these cards. So in theory, they should make the game a little bit easier for us. But if any of you have watched my videos, you can see I can make some pretty poor choices. So we'll see how we go. But that's going to use this training card deck here. So essentially, if we can clear this threat, which is interesting because we can't really do anything about that. We've got to clear other threats, I guess, and then he'll move in to fill them. But that's going to open up this spot, which becomes a place we can use to draw training cards. So what that's going to do is give us things like permanent cards. So if you use a punch before using a star this turn, gain an extra star action. And we've also got discard abilities, which I guess are a bit more powerful, but you have to get rid of the card. Add 1 star symbol to the bottom of the card you are currently playing, and it stays valid as long as that is in the storyline. So yeah, things like that. So yeah, a whole bunch of different effects there. So we'll shuffle that up, and that can be our deck that hopefully we'll get to use at some point in the game. So that's the training cards there. That comes with the, I think, the first class set, I think. That was a sort of extra mode you got in that expansion. Alright, so we've got this safe house that we have to start the Punisher in, and I've got Punisher undercoated, but unfortunately I didn't get him finished in time, but at least he's sort of, he's pretty close to be finished, because I think that's his traditional colours, right? He tends to wear dark colours there, but he starts in his safe house. While this threat is in play, Punisher cannot be damaged, and you can see here, so we've definitely got to get rid of this, because even if we make him vulnerable, if this is in play, we can't do anything about it. So, and this is one of those multi-symbol threat cards, so we've got to spend a bunch of everything there. And then we've got 2 other types of cards. There's 2 of these crossfires, so they have a BAM effect. If heroes in this location, heroes in this location take 1 damage for each thug or elf in this location, and you can see you actually need punches to get rid of this. So it's interesting, if you're in a location, you want to do the punches to get rid of this card to make the thugs hurt you less, but you also want to get rid of the thugs, because if you don't get rid of the thugs, they're going to hurt you a lot based on this card. So yeah, interesting. And then acceptable losses. This doesn't sound good for Punisher. He shouldn't be doing this, but when this threat is cleared, you may either decrease the vengeance track by 1, that sounds good, or rescue 2 civilians from the pool. Yeah, so rescue 2 civilians from the pool. Oh, so not actually from out on the board, but actually from the pool, so you just put them straight on the rescue thing. Ah, that's interesting. Alright, well there's 2 of those, so they're sort of in opposite locations there, they've come out. So, as far as the locations, well, I thought, well, with the training room and the fact that we've got 3 young X-type figures here, I thought we'd start with the Xavier Institute for Higher Learning, so the school. And then we've got just New York locations. I figured with the Punisher, he probably sort of hangs around New York, I think. So we've got Central Park, Brooklyn Bridge, Queens, and Times Square. And then I thought, well, we're going with the loose Die Hard connotations as well. We've got the Oscorp Tower, because we've got to have some sort of Nakatomi Tower sort of thing there as well. So I probably should have put the cop station in as well to have the the cop that shows up as well. Should have had that on the board as well. But anyway, so that's what we're going with. We don't really have any other types of missions here, so we're still trying to either rescue civilians, defeat the elves, or clear the threats. So we've got those. We've got Punisher's deck here of print and play cards. So I'll just shuffle these up too. Okay. And so all of this is Scud O's design, and then let's see. So we've got our starting characters, our characters. I don't have any starting cards here. So we've got Jubilee here, so I'll shuffle up her cards. Yeah, so I thought it'd be fun to have like younger heroes for this, trying to save Christmas sort of thing. So we've got Jubilee, and also I don't think I've used these. I think I might have used this one before. We've got to keep this one separate because she's got a starting hand card. This is X23, I think, she's like the Wolverine, one of the Wolverine variants or something from that Logan movie, and also the comics. The other way around, I guess, isn't it? From the comics, and then she was in the Logan movie. Alright, so I've got to get another 2 of those cards for her. I've got to get 3. What are they? Jubilee cards, and then I don't think she's got any. Now, I could be wrong. I don't really know much about, I think it's Hope Summers, I think. Don't really know much about her, but I got her in the think it's the Phoenix 5 set, and sort of the premise with her is I think she's some sort of chosen one or something like that, and you have to sort of train her up. So in that case I thought, oh well, she must be fairly young. There's some sort of mechanic where you have to spend actions training her up or something like that in that mission or in that mode. So I thought, well, she sounds like she's a kid as well, so maybe she's not. 1, 2, 3, but we'll start with 3 cards for her. So yeah, I think I'm using 2 of these characters for the first time. Put that there. So let's see, I've explained everything. I think we're ready to go. So we've got our, did I show you the models? I don't think I showed you the models. Here's that Hope Summers. So she's got quite a cool model. I like that laser gun she's got there. I think she's like one of the, obviously with the surname Summers, she's obviously got something to do with either Cyclops and Jean Grey or maybe Cable or something. So she's probably from the future. This is the X-23. Yep, she's pretty cool. I like that flamey effect there. I'm not sure how I'm going to paint those still. I'm only going very slow with my painting, so I don't have to worry about getting to those special effect models for a while. And here's Jubilee with her cool 90s gear on there. Not sure if anyone in the 90s actually dressed like this, but she was pretty iconic for the 90s X-Men. And yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I guess, and I totally forgot to talk about the fact, I guess we can talk about it as we play through, but I hope you're all excited with the Christmas news for all of us that we're getting more content for Marvel United, so that's very exciting. Multiverse stuff, and hopefully a bit more stuff besides just multiverse stuff, but we'll see how we go, but the more the better, you know, anything I'll take it. So, well, let's get started. Okay, so I guess we're going to start with Warzone Punisher here. Alright, I think I've got all the things I need. Not sure how this is going to go, we'll just see. So I think we start with him as normal. Yeah, alright, well let's see what he does. So he starts over here, we start here. Uh-oh. Well, I think he's just moved directly to Santa and is about to hit him. So Punisher is in this location. Deal damage to Kingpin. Yeah, okay, so... Oh, what's this say? Deal? Okay, so well, there's a lot of stuff to look at there. And hopefully soon, I've just ordered myself a... It's just arrived, but I haven't really done the research I need to do to set it up yet. But if you noticed, I did a recent video with Shoes Tactics. I'm going off on a tangent here, but I've got a new sort of camera, I don't know, tripod-y type thing or clamp thing to sort of have a top-down view, but wasn't super happy with how it wasn't very sturdy, so I'm not sort of confident to use it for something like this. But I also got a little green screen mat sort of mouse pad thing, so hopefully in future playthroughs, once I've looked at it, I'll be able to put these down on a mat, you know, and have them sort of show up on the screen a bit bigger and that sort of thing for you guys, rather than having to hold it there and have it go blurry on you. But anyway, this one says he's going to move 3, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully we're getting this in the right order. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So I think the first thing you do is you move. Yeah, you do the move. Then you resolve his BAM. Then any BAMs on the cards from where he is and then around. And then you do the special stuff and then you place things and all that sort of stuff. So we've moved. So we're going to BAM. So the BAM says deal damage to 1 hero in his location. Alright, well, should we damage... Oh, you know what? I never looked at their cards, did I? Well, let's have a look at these. So we've got a single star. Sorry, guys, didn't show you. This is the... I knew there was something I was forgetting to do. Ooh, single movement. Okay. And we've got to hold this one steady for a while. It looks like there's a lot of stuff on there. Right. Hopefully you can see that. So that said Embracing Destiny. Let's read this. Discard 1 card to the bottom of your deck to clear the threat card in your location. If this is the first Embracing Destiny in the storyline, discard 2 cards instead. Ooh, so she's got to damage herself a bit to do this. Wow. That like automatically KO her if she only got 3 cards? So you can clear a threat outright, which is awesome, but you take a lot of damage. That could be, with this, the way this scenario works, that could be quite dangerous. But it sounds like we want to keep her healthy just to be able to to do that. I wonder if you don't have 2 cards, can you even do that? This one, she's got a movement, X23. Oh, she's got a move and a punch. That sounds pretty good. And oh, she's got another super card. What's this one? Healing factor. Oh, that's pretty standard for a Wolverine. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you have less than 3 cards in hand at the end of a villain turn, you may draw 1 card. Okay. Yep. So she's got healing, so she might be one that we can afford to damage now. And then Jubilee's got a single wild. She's got a move and a punch. And she's got a move and a star. So I won't hold those too long because you don't need to read any text there. Well, I'm thinking maybe we damage X23. She's got a single movement and we can probably afford to get rid of that. Yeah, let's do that. Should we? Should we? Yep. Alright, let's do that. So let's put, so when you take damage, it goes to the bottom of your deck. She's taken only 1 damage because the villainous plot thing is only on that spot. Then what happens? Deal damage to 1 hero in the location as indicated by the Vengeance track. Then remove all thugs or elves in that location. So we're removing 1 elf. That's a bummer. And we're increasing the track by 1. So that goes up to 1. Now, and increase the Vengeance track by the number of thingies removed this way. Yep, so we've done that. Now, then we do this bam. So if the Punisher is in this location, deal damage to Santa as indicated by the Vengeance track. So that's 1. Then move Kingpin, then move Santa to the next clockwise, or we can't do that. If Punisher is not in this location, no, we don't worry about that. If Santa loses place, so I think that's the end of the BAM. So now what happens? You do your job, I'll do mine. Now this is cool. So it's basically he's almost acting like a good guy, like he's showing up to the X Mansion trying to scare off Santa here, and he's telling us he's trying to help us out. So he's actually going to give us a wild here. This card counts as the previous hero card in the storylines. Oh, so that could be... So that goes there, it's the starting card. So I guess the good thing is normally when you start with your first hero, you don't have any bonus extra thing to go with, but he is actually going to give us the ability to move or punch or do something there. Now we can't punch him because he's not vulnerable yet, and we haven't got rid of the safe house. But it is going to give us maybe some moving or something like that. The other thing though is if you've just played something awesome before his turn, so if like Jubilee plays something great and then he draws this, it's going to replace Jubilee as the last card. So that could be helpful and could be detrimental depending on what your last card was, I guess. So have to bear that in mind when he's coming up. Try not to play anything too awesome before his turn. Although, yeah. So we've got Hope Summers, so we're going to start our first turn. Oh, she's got a star and a punch, so she could sort of move in and rescue and defeat a thug here, or she could do this. But this says discard 1 card. This Embracing Destiny seems like, well, if we've got it, maybe we should use it. Oh, because I just drew a card, so I actually do have now 4 cards. So if I play this card and discard 2, I'll still be alive, which is not too bad. Alright, discard 1 card to the bottom of your deck to clear the threat card in your location. If this is the first Embracing Destiny card in the storyline, discard 2 cards instead. So that says to me that she can do this. She's probably got more copies of this card. She can do this multiple times. So we probably want to get this out of the way now so she can do it later with the same card but only have to discard 1 card. Yeah, why don't we do that? And it seems like a good way to show off how she works. So, and the good thing is she only has a punch here, which would have been lame, but But now we can move and she can still use the punch, so that's cool. Yeah, because she wouldn't have been able, we would have had to like spend a turn moving her, maybe getting Jubilee to move her or something like that, and then doing that, but we can do this. So let's use this wild as a movement. Now, should we go here or here? I think if we're going to be fighting off these guys and fighting him off, I don't want to have to spend a lot of punches on taking out the threats. So maybe if we can save our stars and then she can just get rid of this, that would be good. So I'm going to, oh actually, sorry. So we've had that BAM effect. I should have gone around and checked the other BAM effects. Heroes in this location take 1 damage. That doesn't matter. And it's the same thing here. Alright, so those don't hurt us at the moment. But I think I'd like to get rid of these so we can get out of here. Plus it will help, if we can get rid of one of these, then Santa will move and we can use the danger room. So, who is this? Hope. Alright, so she's going to move with the wild. Then she's going to head here. She's going to play this card. Discard 1 card from the bottom. So I've got to discard 2 actually. So I think I'm going to keep the star and the punch. Movement's good, but I think I'm going to put these so to the bottom of your deck. So I've basically taken 2 hits. Oh goodness, we're getting a bit beat up here, aren't we? Although self-inflicted at the moment. So we'll keep that card on hand. And then she gets to just completely remove this thingy. Okay. Excuse me. So remove that threat. There we go, we've cleared a threat. And we can use the punch over here to defeat an elf, or at least rescue an elf. Let's call it rescuing an elf. Now, what happens in Central Park? You may move up to 2 civilians or thugs in any combination from this location to other locations. Do I want to do that? Not really. I mean, I guess I could send a thug here so that they can punch here, I guess. And that just sort of shrinks this one down a bit, makes it less likely to overflow, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so she's moved, she's punched, she's done that action which cleared that off. That was pretty good, I think. I don't know if it was worth losing 2 health over, but it's not too bad, I guess. And then the others can now maybe head this way. Interesting. You may move up to 2. Alright, so who is next? It is old healing factor lady. Alright. Oh, so we could excuse me. We could put the healing factor out for X23, but then we're not getting much done. And if he's hitting for like big, he's hitting us for 3, it doesn't matter if she has 3, she's going to get taken out anyway, so almost like that's not as good if he's hitting. I mean, hopefully we can keep him down the bottom and he's not hitting us that hard, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we're going to get a punch, so if I do another punch, there's nothing else I can do with this, so I don't think that's a good card to play. We'd get ourselves like a healing factor out, but not really achieve anything else with her turn, and I feel like maybe we should start working on some more of these threats stuff. So if we do this, we can move, and we can give Jubilee another move and a punch. Yeah, let's do that. Let's save this. Now, so we've got the move and punch, but we've also got, what does Jubilee want to do? So if she moves in, she can punch and punch, and then she's giving a move and a punch to Jubilee, and then Jubilee's not really going to be able to use the punch for anything though, is she? So do we save that for maybe later on when hopefully Punisher is sort of kicking around? Maybe we use the... It's always good to save these for late game too, I guess, these double wilds, but if we can clear some of these threats quickly and just start hunting him down, that would be good. This way she can still do what she needs to do, but then Jubilee can clear some stuff, I think. Yeah. Alright, let's do it. So let's play this double wild. Alright. So she's going to use one punch to rescue that elf. Then she's going to move across here with one of the moves and with one of the wilds, and then she's going to use a final action to do a punch, I think. Is that what she wants to do? What's Jubilee got here? She's going to move in a star. Yeah, so let's do that. Alright. These stars could be good for clearing threats, because that could be something that's coming up as well, isn't it? Okay, so we've got 2 elves rescued, 3 elves rescued now. So that was good. And then should we have Jubilee go and then see what Punisher says about all of that? So yeah, let's use that. We'll do a move and a star. She's going to leap out this way. I think this makes the most sense because then we can do this. We've got 1, 2, and 3. Let's use the 2 wilds as stars and just clear this completely. That way we're sort of working on these 2 in tandem. So this now says when this threat is cleared. So this didn't actually do anything while it was out, but now that we've cleared it, you may either decrease the vengeance track by 1. Well, it can only go back 1, so that's not too bad. Or we can rescue 2 civilians from the pool. Now, it's not clearing them from here. So I think I'd like to move the vengeance track back by 1. I don't know, I feel like that's nothing to sneeze at. So we've got those 2. Now, we definitely have to clear that safe house. So I've got to remind myself to head that way. Otherwise, it's all a bit moot. Okay. Right. And we gave ourselves some movement with Jubilee, so we can now, in theory, unless Punisher plays another one of these, we have a movement and a heroic for the next action, but we'll see how we go. Now, so Punisher, what are you going to do? Did we draw a card then? She hadn't been damaged, had she? I don't think we drew a card. She had been damaged, so she should only be on 2 cards left. But she hadn't been damaged, so we would have had psionic shields. So let's just have a look at that so you guys can see what it does. I think I'm still happy with what we did for our turn. Ignore the direct effects of the next villain BAM. Ooh, that would affect you. It can still affect other heroes. Ooh, okay. Okay. Again, that would have been nice, because this is handy because it blocks. If he hits for 3 or he does a strength 10 hit, that can actually save her, I guess. But I'm not going to play that one. I'm not going to go back and change it because I think what we did was okay, I hope. Now, we've ended our turn here. We've got this location open as well. This says you may rescue 1 civilian from this location. Don't mind if I do. And we'll just slowly rescue a few guys there. Okay, so Punisher, what's Punisher going to do? He's moving 3. It looks like he's heading back to his safe house. I think it was a 3. Yep, 3. Oh man, we lost our move and our star there from Jubilee. Alright, so he's doing exactly the same card. Didn't shuffle that very well, did I? So he's going 1, 2, 3. He's going to BAM in that spot. Doesn't hurt anyone. Now, let's go around. There's no BAMs here. This says, BAM. If Punisher is in this location, deal damage. No. Then, as indicated by the Vengeance track, yet. Then move Kingpin to the If he is in this location, deal damage to him, then move him. Is that a threat? Oh, so if he's in this location, you move him. But if he's not in this location, I don't think you move him. I think he stays here. Oh man, I want to use this danger room. Although I haven't left anyone in the danger room, have I? Okay, if Punisher is not in this location, add a elf to the location and each adjacent location. Oops, almost grabbing them from the mission track. Don't do that. 1, 2, 3. So he's going to spread some elves. Spread some good cheer. I guess they can rescue him. 1. Is that right? Add 1 to his location and then to each adjacent location. So Punisher's not on this location. Yep, okay. 1, 2, 3. So the elves are popping back up. There we go. Okay. Interesting. Alright, just going to check the camera for a second. Make sure I'm recording. Yep, that's good. Okay. Okay. So I think that's everything. So he moved, he bammed. We go around, we did that bam. This bam doesn't hurt him in this location, but not adjacent location. So that's interesting. Okay, so Hope. We've got to start healing Hope, don't we? How are we going to do that? She gets a card. Ah, uh-oh. Now she can embrace destiny again. She could KO herself. When a hero is KO'd, the Punisher doesn't activate his BAM, instead he increases the vengeance track. Wow. Is it worth taking her out? Because she's only got... We did reduce him back to 1. Or to 0, I should say. So... technically, this maybe isn't a bad play. I've also got a... Wait, I think I had that one already. She's got the Embracing Destiny again. So that's the same one, except this time we only have to discard 1 card, but we've only got 1 card. So that would KO her. If this is the first Embracing Destiny card, discard 2 cards instead. Wow. So, we could use the movement, where is it? The wild here. Oh, actually, does that make sense? Let me just check the timing of the KO, because as soon as we play this card... Oh no, we could play the card and then... I'm just thinking, does she get KO'd as soon as she... Because she gets KO'd as soon as she plays this effect. Which means she wouldn't get to use the ability of whatever we unlock, but that's still not too bad. I'm just wondering if we... I'm just wondering... I mean, ideally I'd like to play that over here so we don't have to waste movements and stuff like that, but... interesting. Because she could... Because this would put us 1 closer to doing this. Yeah, interesting. Huh. Alright, well let's... She's got 1 movement. Let's move her here. Oh, you know what? Well, actually, I do have to read just to find out when the KO happens. If it discards the last card, they're immediately KO'd. Okay. So, what I'm thinking is... Alright, let's see if this works. We're going to move her here. Because if I can KO her here, where it's not going to hurt us too much, then when she starts a turn, she's going to get it to draw back up 4 cards. So that's pretty good. So let's... oops, sorry. I shouldn't be picking that up yet. So, I've got to play this down, so hold on. I'll play that first. Then I can use the wild to move. Then I use the punch to... let's get rid of this guy. Rescue... Oh, actually, should we rescue? this elf instead, because if she's still there in her next turn, she can deal with him. Whereas she can't deal with him if he's back over here. I was thinking here we can move them around a bit, right? So makes kind of sense to do that, but yeah, I think I'll just leave it. Okay. So we punched here before we moved. So we put the card down, punched, then we moved. Then we're going to play this effect. Right. So this says clear the, so discard a card, so we're discarding this one to clear the effect. So we put that there to clear the effect. This gets cleared and you may either decrease the vengeance track. Oh no, the vengeance, well. Well, alright, well I don't know what the, okay, because if she clears the thing, she does that, gets KO'd, he technically raises up by 1, and then when the threat is cleared, you may either decrease the vengeance, so it's all the timing, right? You may either decrease the vengeance track by 1, or rescue 2 from the pool, but I don't know. I don't know whether or not the timing of that is accurate. I think maybe when if we're saying that she gets to play this ability to clear the card before actually getting KO'd, then technically the card gets cleared. This is where I have to choose, and I can't push it back any further, I think. So I think I'm left with having to rescue 2 from the pool. So I'll rescue 2 civilians from the pool. Not what I would have chosen. I think I would have rather push it back, because now he is going to go up. What I was hoping was to negate that just with that thing, but yeah, it is what it is. So, and then because her turn is over now, she doesn't get to trigger this, I don't think, which is you may add 1 civilian to any location, then rescue 1 civilian from this location. Alright, so that's 2 there. So we're on 3 threats cleared, we're on 4 elves rescued, and we're actually on 3 civilians rescued, so we're sort of travelling along alright there on all of those. So it is now X23's turn. So we've just played a punch there, X23, and she just drew, I think this is the one I just drew, Tactical Genius. Don't remember holding this one up before. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully I'm holding it in frame there. So it says, for each heroic you perform this turn, oh, well, I don't think I've given myself much heroics there. Give yourself a movement or a punch, or sorry, give 1 movement or 1 punch token from the pool to any hero. So maybe that's one to save for a little bit later. What am I trying to do? I've got a punch. Move and... So I can do the healing factor and just punch twice, but I've only got 1, there's only 1 civilian here. Ugh. Well, I guess what I could do, if I can get some sort of a movement, like, see, the healing factor would be alright, wouldn't it? But I could move here, punch this guy, and punch this guy in the way, and then this thing, heroes in this location take 1 damage for each thug in the location, wouldn't be a problem because there's no thugs there. But what could happen is if he flies around here and does some sort of thing where he dumps a whole bunch there, that could be problematic. But still, we do need to keep rescuing elves to sort of, because we're close to being able to clear this last threat, right? We've only got 1 more threat to go, so I think we should get a move on with this. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to just keep it moving. Moving a punch. So I need to, on a turn where I play a lot of stars with her, that's when I want to use that. Tactical Genius. Alright. Got to bear that in mind. Alright, so we've moved and plus I'm getting closer towards this safe house which we have to clear. So that is the last one that we want to clear, definitely. Alright, so moving and punching. So yep, so we've rescued those two. So those two elves, so one here, so that was rescued, moved, rescued in this spot. Unfortunately I didn't end my turn here, so I'm not rescuing from this location. And I think that's it. And then Jubilee, what are you going to do, Jubilee? So she's got to draw a card before Punisher has a turn. She's got, what has she got there? Oh, she's got the shields again. Well, is it time for you... Oh, interesting. Is it time for you to do some shielding? Maybe. Because there's not a lot of thugs around her. These two are sort of heading to this location to deal with the spot here, so maybe she can head over here to... Shame that her shields can't protect Santa, but still. Why don't we do this? In case he sort of flies around here and lands on there again. Because what else is there? I mean, a move and a punch. But I've already got a move and a punch with X23, so I don't really need to use that. And I can save the move and a punch for taking out Punisher later on. So let's go move back over here. Let's use the punch there to rescue this elfie. How many elves we only got? Oh, we've only got one elf left. Okay, so we're not actually going to be able to do anything about the elves at the moment, are we? But if we keep ourselves spread out like this, no matter where the elves appear, we're closer towards taking them out. So that's move, punch, and then we've given ourselves a... Oh, you know what? I was thinking we're giving a star to Hope, but it's actually X23 that wants the star, isn't it? Oh well, I still think this is okay. Because... so she's moved, punch, she can still rescue, so that's good. That's heroic. And she's protected. So that's not too bad. So move, punch, star. She gives a star, so who's coming up next? Hope. Well, we might want the star for over here, right? For working on that, so that could still work. Yeah, and then if we get Punisher sort of vulnerable soon, they're all kind of spread out a bit more then. So if he... Yeah, I think that's alright. Alright, so let's do... That's all good. So she's had her... She's got 3. So it's now Punisher's turn. He's going to move... Uh-oh, where's he moving? Probably moving straight to Santa, is he? What's he doing? Some sort of asterisk there. Warzone Punisher, what's he doing? Improvised explosive devices, yikes. So he moves star, what does that mean? Place a crisis token in his location. Ooh, a crisis, so, wait, what is that? Oh, hold on. So, okay, so normally you're supposed to do the movement symbol first, but I think what this is saying is ignore that for now. Place the crisis token in his location. Uh-oh, he's placing... Of course he's this makes total thematic sense. He's setting booby traps in his safe house. Of course he is. And each adjacent location. Then move clockwise. So he's going to escape the safe house. He realizes we're onto him. Then move clockwise to to the next location without any hero. So he's going to go to Central Park. He's escaped to a wide open location where we can't sort of do anything to him in public. Alright, so while this card is face up in the storyline, each location with a crisis token is also considered to be his location when resolving BAM effects. Oh no. That's very scary. So he's going to start hitting us all the time if we're up that end. Oh, good gracious. Ooh. Okay, so, well, that is a bad thing, but I guess not too bad. Now, and there was no BAM there, so Santa doesn't do anything either. Santa's just hanging out at the Institute. He's certainly filling a lot of stockings there. I guess there's a lot of youngsters at that place. Alright, so... Right. So I've got to remember, so he essentially counts as being here when he bams. And we can get rid of those with stars though. Ooh, okay. Alright, so whose turn is Hope's turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're drawing 4 cards. So we have denying, some sort of, what's that, a movement. And it says, the next master plan card is played face down in the storyline with no effect. Then remove the top card of the master plan deck from play. What? And flip this card face down. So you sort of help race his deck, but doesn't get to do anything. But are we going to be able to achieve anything doing that this turn? Because we want to... I don't know if that's worth doing. We've got a double wild. That's not bad. We have a move and a star. And a move and a punch, I think, is the other one. Okay. What have we got left? What do we have left? Because if we were to play denying, she could move and place 1 star on there. Is that going to give us what we need? We need to be able to move and play a move and a... No, I don't think it just doesn't quite line up. I don't think so. You guys might see some better options for us there, but because if we move and use the star there, then her thing requires her to actually use the star. I suppose she could use it to rest. Oh, maybe that could work. For each, oh, maybe that does work. For each star you perform this turn, give a movement and a punch token to any hero, which I guess could be you, and then we could play them straight down on there, and then we would have done it. Does that make sense? Maybe that... Oh, wait, do we have the movement? I don't think we have the movement. I think we'd be short on the movement. But that would be good to sort of deny him from doing anything in his next turn. Because that keeps the... That keeps that down as well. Maybe we do it. Oh, but wait a minute. We've got... yeah, we'd be playing a movement, so we would have the movement. Would we have enough star power? I think so. So we wouldn't be giving... Hold on, where is she? Tactical Genius. We'd be playing that out. That's a movement. Then... I think I was thinking this was going to be the last card, that's why. So we'd be getting a movement, then we'd be playing this down. So she'd move in, she'd place the thing. She'd come in, so she'd go 1 move. She'd be able to use 1 star, so she could rescue this guy. That would give her 1 of those tokens, but not the other one. So it doesn't really work. No. Okay. So let's take these back. All right. So let's just do something else instead. Oh man, that would be good though. Is it worth him denying him doing anything to achieve some? Getting rid of that. I suppose we don't want to get rid of that in one go though, because we don't have enough elves to actually make him vulnerable, and then he'd just be going faster. Maybe we do want to do this. Back and forth, jeez, I don't know. Alright, so let's do this. 1. But if we deny him and he doesn't do anything, he's not placing out any elves, which we need to rescue. I do like the idea of just stopping him from doing anything nasty, but still. What does it say? The next master playing card is played face down. Rightio. You know what, let's do this. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So, let's move, put a punch and a star and a yeah, let's not put punch down, let's put a, let's move, let's put a star down from that one. So we've moved, star, and then do we use another star to get rid of that? Yeah, let's do that, let's get rid of that, that's bad. Alright. Then her turn. Thanks for bearing with us there. We've got 2 tactical geniuses now. Alright, well we definitely got some tactical geniuses coming up, don't we? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Forgot to punch this guy out because we are going to need to rescue some guys, aren't we? So let's go back. Let's go bingo, because that was no point not rescuing him. But let's leave the what do we call it? The trap down, because we're going to be able to deal with that this turn with X23, I think. So she's got her healing factor. So I guess we could get the healing factor out. There's no point doing the tactical genius at the moment, I don't think. Yeah, let's put the healing factor out. So as long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you have less than 3 cards in hand at the end of a villain turn, you may draw 1 card. Yep, alright. So now she can punch, so she can put the punch symbol down. I think that's fine. I don't think I've cheated there, because let's see, with her turn I went punch, move and star. Then with her turn she's staying where she is, she's doing that punch there. She's going to use one of these as a star for getting rid of the threat. And then instead of clearing that, do I want to do I want to clear that, or do I want to give Jubilee one more turn? What could she do in her turn that's going to be worthwhile? She can't do anything about... She could like rescue a few more guys. You know what, I think I'm going to just let him go. So let's do it. Let's use the... So she's punched, she's used one of these symbols as the star to get rid of that, and then instead of rescuing, she's going to use the final wild symbol as the movement there. That does complete our first objective. It does make him under pressure though. This could be a mistake, tactical error. And then if you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, you may draw 1 card. Who's that? Is that X23 did that? Oh, sweet. Okay. If you have 1, as long as this card is in play, if you have less than 3 cards in hand at the end of a villain turn. Oh, at the end of a villain turn. Oh, so if he KOs me, I can get 3 cards? Oh, wait, you may draw. Oh, no, hold on. At the end of a villain turn, you may draw 1 card. Although I guess I'm not technically, if he's KO'd me, I'm not in play, so I don't get to use that, I think. I don't know. But I think here I do get to draw 1 card. I've got a wild. There we go. Okay. And then, so it's not Jubilee's turn now. It is now Punisher's turn because we've put him under pressure. Okay. So I've got to hope that he does something where he puts out some thugs so that I can deal with them. Some elves. Alright, what's he doing? He's moving 4. Where is it? I think he's going to land on me. I think he is. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so we must have triggered some sort of silent alarm by disabling the booby trap. So he's come back to find us. So he's moved. He's going to bam. So he's going to do 1 damage to one of us. Then he's going to remove all thugs, but there are no thugs there, so that's cool. Oh, then he's going to drop a bunch of thugs. Right. So bad but good because we do need them. He's going to drop heaps though. So alright, so right. So he is going to. We're a bit far away to deal with those thugs, aren't we, Jubilee? Alright, so he is going to. He's gone 4. He's bamming, so he's doing 1 damage to us. Do 1 damage as indicated by the vengeance track. Then remove all thugs, so there are no thugs there. Then increase increase the vengeance track by the number of thingies removed that way. So it doesn't actually, it doesn't go up. Oh, that's interesting. Am I doing this wrong? I feel like he should be going up a bit faster than he is. Maybe I'm just playing like a genius. Who knows? All right, so he's moved there. He's moved around. He's gone bam. So who's he going to hit? Let's see. What do we want to lose here? I guess it makes sense to get rid of X23, right? Because then she can. Heal because he's only doing 1 damage. Did we get rid of one of the tactical geniuses rather than the wild? Or did we just get rid of the wild? Maybe get rid of the wild? I don't know, that could be a mistake, but alright. There we go. So he's done 1 damage to X23. Then so he's done the bam. We go around looking for bams. So if he's not in this location, he's going to add thugs anyway. So add a thug here, here. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is interesting because maybe we've got him. Do we have enough punching power though? Because I put 1, 2, 3 here. Oh, whoops. Oh no. What have I done? Sorry. I took them all from here. Whoopsie. I did that before, didn't I? Or almost did that before. So take them from the pool. Here we go. So Santa's sending out his elves over here. Because the Punisher's not in this location. Then we've done that. No overflows are triggered, and luckily I think we're just shy of an overflow over here. So 1, 2, 3, 1. I'll put a couple more out here. We'll just have to remember that these are. Actually, I'll just put these ones out. Just put them there. These are elves. All right. Because I don't have as many of these elves, being a Doombot thing, I don't have as many as there are actual red ones there, so I have to just substitute those. Should have got the red ones out of the box, shouldn't I? So, yeah, he's done that, bam, did all of that. Then we dropped the thugs around Punisher's location. Obviously, Santa has sent his elves to close in on Punisher to drop off some coal for him. So now next we have, yeah, I think because of this, now Jubilee's going to be able to hopefully do some punching here. And that will clear the last of these, and then he'll be vulnerable for the next two. So hopefully that's good. So what is Jubilee going to do? She's going to draw her card. She's got a single punch and she's got a punch and a move. Well, let's not use the punch, excuse me, punch and move, because I'm not going to need whoever it is up there, Hope Summers, to move, because she's already at Punisher's location. So let's not use that. Let's use just the single punch, because that way we're still giving a punch to whoever's over there. Oh, we've got two punches here too. Alright, so oh, do I use a wild then? And then I can rescue. Maybe I'll use a wild instead of that punch. So I'm going to use this wild. And that's going to let me punch and rescue, so that's what Jubilee's going to do. She's going to stay there. Although, she could rescue here, get another one. Because what she could do is she could use the wild as a movement, punch this guy. Yeah, I guess it depends on where I think Punisher's going to show up, right? Rescue this one. Yeah. Okay, so moved, punched. Alright. Now, that has cleared that threat, or that mission. So now Punisher is vulnerable. We've got rid of his safe house. Done the rescue. So now it is Hope's turn. So Hope gets to draw a card. Wow. And we have a... Ooh. I've got Embracing Destiny, but that's not that handy at the moment, is it? We could deny him. Ooh, okay. Do we use... Oh, okay. So we could deny him from being able to do anything in his next turn. And we'd still have one wild here to do a punch on him. But if I use the move and punch, then I can... we can do move and two punches. So maybe that's what we want to do. Or I could punch him, move, and remove that. But I don't think I'm that worried about him. Oh, if he does a bam here though. Oh, you know what? If he bams here, he's raising it by 3, so we want to get rid of them from there, don't we? Oh, he's going to be raising it by 6 if if he bams in his next turn. So maybe we do want to deny him, or maybe we just want to get rid of these tokens here. Oh, he's going up 3. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Let's do this. Let's go... oh boy. Well, if we're only going to do one, denying it just gives us a move though. No, we want to do this so we can punch him again if we can. Let's do this. Let's move. Sorry, let's punch him. Punch him for 1. Let's punch. Let's move here. Let's use this as a thing to clear out that, I guess. I don't know. It feels like maybe we should just be going for it. She's only got tactical geniuses here too, they're not great. Nah, we got this, we got it, we can still take him. Alright, so he's going to go next. So, he is going to do what? So he's moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. So he bams, so he deals damage to a hero for 1. So Jubilee's going to take 1 damage. Let's get rid of the shields. Okay. Oh, was that a move in it? No, that was okay. So let's do that. Then he is going to... So that was the bam. Then he's going to remove all things in this spot here and increase the vengeance track by the number of things removed that way. But he's going to do that over here too. I think this, because it says, where's that? Warzone Punisher improvised. While this card is face up, each location with a crisis token is considered to be the Punisher's location when resolving a bam effect. And this says, deal damage to the enemy, then remove all thugs in that location. So he's going to remove all of these guys too, which is a shame. And that is going to increase this 1, 2, 3. Yikes. Okay. Okay. And then he's going to drop some guys. So the good news is he then drops some guys so he doesn't overflow. He still went up, didn't he? But he's overflowing here. 1, 3. Puts 2 down here. Oopsie. And he puts 1 civilian here. We got a civilian there? There we go. Put 1 civilian there. Okay. Then Santa adds a thing to his location and each adjacent location. Oh, lucky. All right, so we've got a couple here. So 1, 2. Oh, things are getting a bit dicey now. We've got to. Okay. Now we're getting in trouble, aren't we? All right, so we need X23 is a bit far away. All right, so what are you doing, X23? She's drawing a card. So she does need to... double each on the previous hero. Whoa, here we go. She just got Master Martial Artist or something like that, so she gets to double the punch on that previous card there. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Haha, sorry. I didn't leave that there. Alright, so I think I haven't cheated. I think I've followed all the instructions there. Right, he's going to hit for 2 from now on though. We've got to watch out for that if we can double each. So in the previous card in the storyline. So let's put this down because that gives us 2 movement, which is what she needs to get to him. 1, 2. Then that counts as 2 punches. And this is a 3rd one, so that's 1, 2, 3. I think that's what we've got to do. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So we've taken off 4 health so far. Just got to do another 4. Can we do it in time? So Jubilee's going to get to go next, and I think what I need to do with her is go clear this out because that is troublesome. So, right. Ideally though, if we can punch this guy out, that'd be good. Hopefully this is, have we done a double wild with Jubilee yet? Hopefully no, we haven't. Hopefully this is double wild, here we go. Is it? No, it's all double stars, okay. Man, we've really got these 2 characters around the wrong way, don't we? We should have Jubilee in front of X23 so she can use this tactical genius. Alright, so... she's got to move and punch here. I wanted to get rid of this though. How many stars there? So this is 2 punch. This is move and punch, move and punch. And this move and punch does give her the option to get around. She got much movement? She's got some movement, so if he ends up 1 away, that's not too bad. But we should be trying to take down some damage here. Oh, Eddie is going a bit crazy upstairs, so we've got to finish this off quickly. So let's make a decision. If I punch him for 1, I can still move up there and clear that. Is that a good thing to do? I don't know. Or should I just go for it? What's happening next? He's going to go next. And if he lands on us, he's doing 2 damage. So she's got 3 health, so that's not going to kill her. It would kill her. And if we're overflowing and all that sort of stuff, I think we want to... I think we just got to take him out. Let's do it. Alright, so let's go. Move and punch. That gives extra movement to Hope if she needs it. Let's punch him for 1, 2. Putting me on 2 health left. Okay. And do we want to move? Where do we want to move? Where could we move that is going to help us out? Oh, she's only got 2 cards left, so if I went, she could move twice. So she's already in his location. If I move her 1, 2, that could... she could draw some cards. Yeah. She can draw 1 card. Add 1 to any location. Then rest. No, I think I'm just going to draw. I'm going to move there to the safe house. I'm going to draw a card. Oh, she's got a double wild, so if we can get around to her again, that's not too bad. But it's Punisher's go. Alright, Punisher, what are you doing, buddy? Alright, he is moving 3. So I think he's going to land on Hope there. Alright, what's he doing? So he's moving 3. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. So, he's going to bam, which is deal damage to 1 hero, so he's going to deal 2. Well, we probably want to keep that punch, because I think if she survives this, I think the punch is going to be all we need. Alright, there we go. Got rid of those 2. Then, so he's moved 3. 1, 2, 3. Then, alright, ho ho ho, now I have a machine gun. Alright, so he's going to, so he's done the bam. Then remove all thingies in that load. Now this is problematic. So he's removing, and we didn't end up getting rid of that, so he's actually going to remove all of those. And he's going to remove all of these. So that's, he's going up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Yikes. So if we don't take him out, we're in a lot of trouble here. These elves, they're angry elves. Alright, so he's taken them out. So then he's going to drop 1, 2. Oh, he's going to, I think he's going to go up the top here because I think he's going to overflow here. Yeah, he tries to put in 2 here. So 1, that's going to cause an overflow, which is go up by 1. Then he wants to put a single civilian here. And I think he wants to put 2 more bad guys here. So there's no more overflowing, but that did go up. So he's now on super duper mode. So if he lands on, if he lands here, and we're also supposed to trigger this too, aren't we? So we're supposed to put out some extra thugs. We can't do it here, so he would extend out this way. Yep, okay. Is there anything about if he reaches 10, any target damage by the puncher's band is removed from the game, all heroes are removed. If all heroes are removed, the heroes lose, but there's nothing about if it extends past there, it's game over. So I don't think we lose because he's essentially been able to push that out further. I can't remember if I put 1 here or not, but he definitely was overflowing again because of this, the Santa putting out the thingy. So, alright, Santa, have we done enough to rescue? You haven't moved all game, Santa. Alright, so let's see. But if you're watching Scud-O, I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough, and at least from me, this is a thumbs up. I really enjoyed this scenario. I think I'm about to either lose or win here. I think I've got it because I've got this punch here. He's only got 2 health, and I think, if I remember correctly, she's got a punch here, so I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I think I'm okay. So we've got a wild here, so either way, I think I'm good. So there you go. Hope Summers, she's the final hope for Christmas. It is her turn, right? Jubilee. Oh Oh no, oh, for a second I thought I'd mixed up the order, but we've got X23 here, so yeah, so Hope, X23 Jubilee, so it becomes Hope's turn again. Hope does go, so hopefully I haven't messed up any rules there, but yeah, sorry Scuddo, I hope you, hope you enjoyed getting to see this on the, on a video, and hope I've played all the rules correctly, and I hope I've done justice to your design here, and it's played out the way you sort of designed it to work. Yeah, and if you guys are watching, you know, for those of you who are watching, I hope this has been enjoyable for you guys to see as well, because I think we have just taken out Punisher there with our two punches there, and we can sort of head back to, start heading towards here to the Central Park to maybe enjoy the Christmas lights, or maybe the lighting of the Christmas tree or something like that. But there we go. We've rescued him there, we've rescued Santa there, and taken out the Punisher, taught him the errors of his ways, and yeah, hopefully that was very enjoyable for you guys. Hopefully that inspires you guys to maybe print this one out and have a go of it yourself. But I certainly had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun using some of these little extras, like the little elves or Doom bots, or Doom elves from Minis from Mars, and big thanks to Marvelous Custom Prints. I think they're is the Etsy store. I'll put links to these places too in the video description there, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that. There's old Santa there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun there. So Merry Christmas to everyone. I think we did well there. I don't think we did any cheating, so hopefully that was all good, and you guys can sort of pause through the video and check for any mistakes that I've made and that sort of thing, but hopefully it was error free. And yeah, it was nice to have a win on Christmas too. So we didn't even need to unwrap our presents there too. So Santa has left them all there in the danger room for us. So very cool. But I hope you guys all have a happy holiday season. Merry Christmas. And yeah, looking forward to what comes in the new year with announcements about the new Marvel United Kickstarter and all that sort of stuff. So that was a good Christmas present for us all, to getting that news. And yeah, so very excited for that, and hopefully I'll put out a few more gameplay videos and stuff over the holidays as well, at least one or two. And yeah, hopefully for the next video I'll have sorted out the different camera things, so I can maybe have those green screen effects where I can put the cards up close for you and that sort of thing as well. So we'll see how that works. It might make it a lot worse, but we'll see. But yeah, hope you guys all have a great Christmas, and we'll catch you in the new year. Alright, Merry Christmas! Maple Monkey out.